Located south of London in the United Kingdom, Chesington is a theme park that has been dedicated to bringing family thrills for decades. However, in today's video we will be upping the target audience and transforming it into a thrill park. Make sure to stay tuned on the video and like and subscribe because it's going to be amazing. Let's find out what might happen to your childhood favourite ride. To start off the video, we're going to head to the Wild Asia section of the park where we have MonkeySwinger and Temple of Mayhem. These two family-based attractions, which were some of my first rides at the theme park, will be replaced with a Zamperla Giant Discovery. This pendulum-based flat ride will provide amazing experiences to a large amount of people, including airtime as well as slight inversions. This will be a great addition to the thrill park and ensure a high level for adrenaline seekers. The first coasters to be replaced will be Rattlesnake and Scorpion Express. These family attractions are no longer fit at the more intense part, so we are going to replace them with an S&S air launch coaster. This coaster will have the fastest accelerating launch in Europe, which is a record Merlin would love to hold, although realistically Chesington might not be the park that gets this. However, in this world Chesington will get this and it will provide a great addition to the park. Capacity may be an issue, but the ride will be longer with mid-course brake runs and longer trains than its American counterpart Maxx, which should provide a much more thrilling and fast-paced ride experience as well as shorter queues. Next up we'll be replacing the Explorer Glamping with the Thorpe Park Shark cabins, as these are clearly the pinnacle of theme park accommodation and will be necessary to transform us into a thrill park. But in all seriousness, we will be replacing this with an interim gyro drop tower such as Screamer's Harley Park. This ride will provide amazing drops to the park and be much better than the removed croc drop. In all, this ride should be about 200 feet tall, making it one of the tallest drop towers, if not the tallest in the UK, and will dominate the skyline. Next up, we will replace the park's Mara ride spinning coaster, which is Dragon's Fury. This ride is one of most people's favourites at Chesington. However, in the thrill park, like Spinball Whizzer at Alton Towers, it will no longer be up to the standards. We'll be replacing this with a Chance Hyper GTX, which may come as a surprise to most of people. An example of the style is the Lightning Run at Kentucky Kingdom. This ride will feature a traditional lift tilt as well as an airtime based layout and should be amazing to ride. This ride will be about 110 feet tall, making it smaller than a traditional Hyper. However, it will still feature the airtime of it. Overall, this is a very popular ride model, however none have appeared outside the United States so far, with only 2 existing. So this will be one of the first in Europe for Chesington, and will definitely bring an amazing experience to the park which cannot be found in many other places. Next up we'll turn to a smaller replacement. The River Rafts ride, which is a family log flume, will be replaced with a Zamperla Griffon flat ride. This ride looks amazing and is meant to have amazing positive Gs, and lots of people like it and want to bring it more to parks in the US. However, I feel we should have one in the United Kingdom, and I feel our new thrill-based Chesington World of Adventures would be an amazing place for this ride. Next up, Tiger Rock will be replaced by a Vekoma Wildcat model such as Fønix at Farup Summerland in Denmark. This coaster is said to bring amazing airtime as well as inversions, which is something the park needs. Something you may have seen in this video as a theme is we have focused a lot on airtime. This is because airtime in the United Kingdom is actually a very sparse force on a ride. I feel that Chesington, in its new thrill state, could be the capital of airtime in the United Kingdom as part of its marketing to more enthusiast-like people. This would create a unique thing that the park has not had yet before. Behind this, we'll be replacing Toon Blaster with a Mack Power Splash water ride. We want to keep some water attractions in the park for hot days, and this ride such as Aquaman Power Wave at Six Flags over Texas would provide an amazing experience for cooling down, especially since we've removed both log flumes the park offers. For our final addition to the park, Vampire, the 1990s aerodynamic suspended coaster, which was my first major roller coaster, as well as one of the first iconic UK theme park rides, will be replaced with a Bollinger and Mad Ballard invert coasters such as Raptor at Cedar Point or Nemesis Inferno at Thorpe Park. This ride would be like the older style B&Ms and will focus on being very positive G-force heavy to bring intense experience to the park. I feel that to pay homage to Vampire, it would be very important to keep it as an inverted coaster or a suspended coaster, so that explains the ride choice. Overall, it will provide amazing experiences to a large amount of people and could be actually one of the first coasters at the park, due to people generally not being intimidated by inverted coasters despite their large amount of forces. Overall, I hope this change does not actually happen to Chesington World of Adventures, as it is the UK's best family theme park. I do like thrill rides, however it is important to have a balance, and it was the place that got me into theme park rides as a whole. Overall, I'd love to see these rides come to other Merlin parks, especially a Chance Hyper GTX, as they do sound like very interesting rides. Make sure to like and subscribe and watch for more content in this space, and I'll see you next time.